Okay, this is the course that you're gonna learn in this particular time. So this course name is called AI Engineer course, and course is designed for both technical and non-technical. Um, people. So this course has almost 1.5 months, including project. It goes up maximum of 2 months, and this has certain hours like 50 hours. And what we are going to cover in this AI engineer course is basically we will try to give you an idea of AI basics, and then followed by what is mainly required for Gen AI. That's LLM prompt engineering, and followed by we are going to teach you on AI agents and how to what is the theory or part of agents and what memory and all that. And then we will take you to a hands-on part of an AI agents, and with the help of some frameworks and things like that, that will be there as a hands-on part. And yeah, that is one area where you will be learning. Since maybe some people are not from technical, some people are from still technical, they just want to brush up the concepts of Python programming. So we are going to go with the Python programming concepts with the hands-on part. Okay, so we will teach you everything from Python basics so that you will get to know detail, not only the basics for loop, while loop, do what we can say, functions, how to create it, their keywords and classes, and followed by import packages like NumPy, Pandas, and how visualization works. So those things also we will be covering under programming. And later we will obviously take you to some special concepts like machine learning models and how it workflows and how we have to understand, because directly jumping to Gen AI may not make you any sense, but you should know internal part of how it is working, right? For that we will teach you what is machine learning and how we have to implement those models with a theory knowledge and hands-on part also, and the step-by-step approach. So once you learn it, then it will be easy for Gen AI concepts like RAG or LLM or whatever that we do it, so we can easily can adopt those concepts in there as well. And finally, you will be looking at something called Azure pipeline. So this is another topic that you will be understanding for integrating purpose. Okay, yeah, that's the basic thing that we're gonna do it. And how the course overview, if you take it, so basically the course is mainly meant for this 8 week, which is combination of all that theory, hands-on, and followed by a project also, right? And the course fees for this particular session is so 1499 GBP is what there. Then you can go ahead, pay it in installments, and you can discuss about these payments with Mamta. She can guide you about it, right? Because she's the right person on it. But yeah, I can go ahead for the details about the course. And what you will be learning here is like from basics to advanced concepts that you will be learning. And not only the learning part where you are going to do some projects also here. So that will give you more confidence to attend interviews and things like that, right? Yeah, so that's about just an overview left hand side that you can see. On the right hand side, you can see something called a course structure, how the course is designed. In a week one, you will be learning about AI basics, and in another 1 or 2 weeks, you will be learning something, all the other basics like LLM agents and things like that. And later, you will be knowing more in deep about ML, LLMs, and MCP. So, like this, each and every topic that we have split up into a particular time frame, and you will be learning according to it. So, this is not only one-way communication. That's it. It will be kind of a two-way thing because it is a live session. You will be taking up certain classes with the live, and you are going to interact with the faculty or the person who is next with you. And then if you, once the session is over, you will be getting an assessment also, so that you have to complete it and submit it also. So like that, small things also you will be doing it, so that you will have a knowledge of what has done in the past and what upcoming things are coming. So if any questions, we are always there to handle it of you, right? So like that, you have agent frameworks and everything. So we will be covering an entire course structure based on the time frame that we have designed here, right? So as I pointed earlier itself, so we cover foundations to LLMs and all other like the trending topics like LLM, prompt engineering, RAG. These are some very important topics. And AI agent creation also is another topic, trending one that everybody love to take it up, right? And because all these LLMs, prompt engineering, RAG, everything is depend based on Python programming. So I will teach you on Python programming for begin basics. At the same time, AIML related projects also we are going to do it so that you will have some knowledge about it. Okay, and once you are done with that, so we will take you further with the pipelines and CI/CD. So we will discuss about it, and finally you have to understand about what security, ethics, and how the governance and things like that works. So what you have to take it decision before you give it to a chat GPT or something. So those things we will discuss in this particular course, right? So any questions so far? Do you have any questions? Maybe
No.
anyone can. Okay. Poonam, do you have any questions? Poonam?
Hello. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, some guests are my home, so I was bit here and there.
Okay.
But I wanted to ask you, this training will be online, not face to face.
Yeah, you can come to office also. We will be able to teach you that as well. So just you can discuss about all these things with Mamta. She can handle you properly.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Poonam.
I think
It's like we will have some sessions face to face. If you want, you can come to office.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
yes, I think now we'll move on to the next slide deck. So, as you know, just before my session, Anna explained a lot of roles are available in IT market, especially from UK. A lot of roles like senior AI engineer, AI agent system engineer, cloud AI solution engineer. So all that they are looking out only for. So AI models and how to optimize. At least they wanted to know whether you can able to develop, train, fine tune like this, and how to build a intelligent automation system, right? So like that, companies are expecting not too much from the freshers. Okay, so you can easily adopt the concepts and try to attend the interview. You will be able to track them all this, right? So this is one such, and so far our team has done a very good job, like job placements in terms of it. Almost 95% of job placements they have done it within 6 months. And yeah, average the number you can see that it is 45K, right? So that's where the UK salary that our team is mainly focusing on. And what further learning that you will be going with: professional CV writing, interview preparation, portfolio optimization, direct connect with our program. So all these step-by-step services, you can reach out to Mamta. She can further guide you post after our learning. Okay, so all that clarity you will get it, and then followed by the courses, especially what we are covering in this particular course. That's AI engineer course that is designed for both technical and non-technical people, right? So this mainly focused on combination. And how we have designed this course is here we are going to cover for both the people, right? So for which you can see initially we have taken up the AI foundation and major AI players and real world applications. They are following with the AI, right? So in that AI foundation, what basically all the interviewers ask questions, those points we have added here. And it's important for everybody to aware when you are entering to an AI world, right? So for that, what could be an AI? What could be ML? What could be deep learning? What is Gen AI? So those differentiation you have to understand with the umbrella structure. So I will be able to teach you on it, and then you should know the differences between weak AI versus strong AI. So when to use it, what, and things like that. And narrow AI concept is another important concept in machine learning and deep learning. So you have to understand that as well. Traditional versus Gen AI. So this is again uh, predominantly all the interviewers just blindly ask this question: hey, can you please tell me what could be the differences between Gen AI and the traditional AI? So that concepts also we will be able to learn. So anytime when people ask you any questions, you should be able to answer it in a second, so that people will be attracted in a approach itself, right? So for which all these important topics we have gathered and we have kept it for you to understand. So and life cycle also. So how each and every AI life cycle works. So deployment from starting how to take up the data, how to deploy till that stage by stage. Also we are going to teach you. And once you understand what is AI foundations with all these basic things, then we will be able to take you to the further one, and that's called major AI players. So the current market, you all aware that ChatGPT is one major player, Perplexity, Claude, we have it, right? And Google, Meta, Mistral, many AI players are there in market. So among that, which to use, when to use, all that information also we will guide you when you go with the major AI players concept. So a lot of important things like Anthropic, Google, Meta, Mistral as major players, but still, yeah, how to use it in our work is again more important. Like how to be integrated, how to create an API key. Those information also we will try to give you under this section. And what could be the past history of it, what is the overall versions that they have released so far, so which one is best to use, when to use it, when you have a light data, when you have a little medium, when you have a high data, so when to use what, when the cost is getting cutting. So those information you will get to know when you are understanding detailed information about this major AI players. And we are not only focusing on that part, and rather we are focusing on real world applications, focus mainly on AI. So there are all the almost all the departments or the domains they are focusing on AI, but some of them only I could list it out here, like for example finance, retail, healthcare, automation, and ethical consideration. So there are much more applications where there, yeah, but then yeah, those informations also we will try to see while we get into a session. So this is all about module 1 that you will be learning in this particular course. And then we have a module 2, and that's LLM, prompt engineering, RAG, MCT concept. Theoretically you're going to learn, because you need to know, you have to get ready for your session, right? So for your interviews and all, for which you have the LLM fundamentals, how it works, what is architecture followed behind this LLM. So there is something called transformer architecture. So about that you need to know a little bit more, how the encoder decoder works. So how, what is the differences between pre-training and fine-tuning versus prompting is again one important concept. And context window, so when you ask any question, how to set the context window in a better way, and is there any limitations when you go for it. So all that information you will get to know. And sometimes, since all our data we want to convert from normal English to zeros and ones to a machine understandable language, so we might sometimes have to understand sometimes, that's called embedding concept. So that also you will be knowing it from this LLM foundations, or we can say fundamentals. And once you understand about it, so you will get into an important area where prompt engineering. So you can ask ChatGPT, hey, can you please give me answer to what is the capital of France? So you will get the answer immediately, right? But sometimes if you want to ask, or something you are focusing much detail about your work, some office work, something that you are asking, but you may not be able to get that particular answer in one single shot. But then yeah, how you can make the ChatGPT understand your question and respond back to you in a very appropriate way, or we can say with much more better accuracy. So for that we have different types of prompt engineering concepts, like zero shot, few shot learning, and system user assistant structuring. So this is something where, hey, how to make the machine to understand when you give any question, how should I need to recognize and move forward. So like that you have to make them understand different things, like system instructions and user instruction. When user comes with a new concept, then how to respond. So that the system we have to initially train, and when user ask any question, it will behave exactly same like what we have expected. And later we have some of the prompt patterns, like good prompt patterns like rise and react. So some very good I mean, patterns are there. So this will follow some standards. Okay, so simply you cannot ask any questions which is again going to give you some random get answers. But yeah, if you follow this kind of a patterns, by default it is already aware of certain things, but yeah, you have to just follow that particular pattern to get your right answers. So where this is again the important concept that you have to learn it. And yeah, finally, everything you cannot give it to prompt engineering or whatever it is, AI, you cannot believe, but still what safety measures that you have to take it. So those things also we have to understand. And yes, there's something called RAG. Have you ever heard of the concept called RAG, people? Have you ever heard of this term called RAG? No, yes, something.
No, no.
Okay, this is one of the trending topic. Okay, in AI world, I can say RAG, MCP, AI agent. These are something more predominantly everybody look for it. If you know all these three, then people will just ask you, okay, please come and join. To that level, these concepts are there. So one that is called RAG and MCP. So let me help you with the RAG. This is something we want to focus on proprietary information, like any company specific chatbots that you want to design, then you have to follow this approach. So mostly almost all the companies are using this RAG model. So I will teach you on what is RAG, why we have to go for that particular RAG model, what could be the concepts like embedding and vector database. Okay, I have heard something in my MySQL database and now looks like vector database as Shram. So what could be the differences? Those things also we will discuss in the session. And so far we may just go upload, click on upload button and just upload any data and then move forward, it load all the data, right? But then now onwards you have in RAG, it has followed different approach. So because you cannot directly store any data, rather you have to follow some structure, some step-by-step approach before you store it. So that's where the chunking concept comes in, and RAG pipeline and their implementation. So a lot of things that you have it in it, setting the context and how to give an LLM and how to generate a final answer based on the user's question. So training and storing all the information that you will be learning from this. And this is mainly for any particular company that you're working. And for that company, if you want any specific chatbots, then yeah, we can go for this approach. It's not about only RAG. We have something called MCP concept. That's again model context protocol. So this is mainly to bring up companies to form one standardized way, right? So this is again similar to AI agents concept only, but then yeah, any agent can create their own way of actions can be done, right? But then now if I want to bring one standardization, so there you have a MCP concept. So via MCP also you can connect to your agents and all that will be there, tools and all that can be done. But yeah, but you have one kind of a standardization to connect to any particular agent. So that also I will teach you while in the session. So once you understand theory part of all these things, then we will take you to one agents part. So before this, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Any questions to me?
No.
All right. So you can able to understand what I'm trying to say, right? Okay. Okay, I looks better. So now module 3, what we are mainly focusing here is the AI agents. So I told you people, since many people come as a non-technical, some people come from a technical. So, but in AI world, we have to aware both the concepts. One, no coding platforms also we should be aware. With coding, how you can do it, that also you should be aware. So for that, the AI agent concepts also I want to teach you guys about what is a single agent, what could be a multi-agent. So when you have a big problem to be solved, you cannot directly give it to agent, hey, can you go ahead and solve this problem to me, but it will not do it for you, right? So for that you have to solve the problem in a step-by-step approach. So how can you do it with the help of multi-agent system? So if you have a simple problem, then you can go with the single agent. If you want something multi-agents can be done with my based on my task, then you can directly approach this multi-agent concept. And with this AI agents, you can even talk about some components like how we are feeding a memory to it, how you are step by step planning this particular work. So all that you will be giving, how I'm taking further final decision based on this. So each and everything that we have to understand when it comes to agent concept. So as I told you, this is one of the important trending topic, and under this we have something called no coding agent block. So what you will be doing in this is, we will because sometimes people may not like to write the code or see notebooks, but then sometimes they want to do it if there is any UI pattern. So with that way, you can see something called innate. And is don't you don't have to write a code, just you have to fill the property fields and things like that. So you will be able to still create a agent. So how you to do it, those tool integrations, all that information you will be able to do it via no coding also, and that also we are going to teach you there in this session, right? And how to build an innate agent. So that concept also we have given here. So this is how it looks like. So I think, yeah, we can show you in detail when it comes to session. Okay. So in the agent, we will teach you how to trigger a node, how to bring the LLM node planner, looping the node and tool nodes, all this information we are going to explain you step by step so that you also can do the same, steps with any of the given complex topics also. Okay. Yeah. And followed by which we have something called module 4, which is mainly focusing on Python programming. So far, do you have any questions? Just an asking to keep you guys aware of all the topics that we are covering in this particular course. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If not, I'll go to module 4. Any questions?
Archana, maybe the top layer it's showing, you are sharing your screen. Just that one you can able to maybe pop up. You can close the pop up. Thank you.
I don't think I'm sharing anything. This is the one?
Perfect. Perfect. No. Perfect. No. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay, looks good. So now we are going with the model 4. So what we are going to learn in this particular model 4 is, as a beginner, you have to know or you have to refresh all the concepts like what is the Python foundations, like Python syntax. It can be how we have to bring the loops and how to create a function, how to create oops concepts like classes and objects, and how to access those things internally. Those concepts that you will be learning it. Not only those things, a lot of other things also you will be learning. In the Python foundations, because it's like a vast thing that you have to learn. It can be arithmetic operations, if conditions, and followed by uh, typecasting, many concepts that I will be covering along with this. And how can you work with the files and JSON objects? So that also we will understand. And to run all this Python related work, we have to create a virtual environment and project structure. That also I will try to help you. So here we are going to use Jupyter Notebooks for our hands-on purpose. So I'll just show you all that while when you get into a hands-on part. And along with these basic things, we have to understand the standard libraries like NumPy, Pandas, which does a tremendous job in terms of their work. Like, for example, if you have number related task, anything to be done, then you can happily go with a NumPy import, and then you will get a lot of options to work towards it. And in case if you have to analyze something and do some Excel sheet cleaning or do some proper analysis, then we have to go for Python Pandas. So how to learn about it, how to bring the some cells is not filled, sometimes cells are filled, and sometimes numbers are with true false. Some team work in that, some teams will work in ones and zero. So we wanted to bring the data first to streamline, and then only you have to apply any model and get bring the predictions in a better way. So those things also you will be learning in this core libraries of AI. And I will also give you clarity about what is the Hugging Face transformers and LangChain basics preview also. And followed by which, while doing this Python foundations itself, we will try to guide you on what is the how to log that particular problem and how to handle the exceptions. So using Postman API calls, so how can we take it forward? So handling huge data. So those information also we will try to give you to understand more in detail. So followed by which you are going to understand AI development, enabled development with GitHub Copilot with VS Code. So the one what I'm going to use it in Jupyter Notebook, same thing I will bring it in my VS Code also, and I'll show you. I mean, I mean, you can work on that platform also, like AI driven coding. So you can ask any question to a chatbot, and then chatbot will respond to you. You can ask even chatbot to, hey, can you run this particular program and things like that. So you can do all possible things. So that's where called AI enabled development. So while coding, you don't have to type each and single line. You can just ask this chat GPT or Copilot and things like that, which will make your job much more easier. Okay. Yeah. So those concepts also we will teach you. And in the module 5, mainly focusing on what ML workflow. So in this ML workflow, machine learning workflow is what we normally say that. So what we do in this machine learning workflow is, so we are initially, we cannot directly predict any answers, right? First, you have to collect the data. You have to clean that if there is any problem with this. And if all good, we can go ahead, do some pre-processing step. Hey, so, is this data can be used further for any feature engineering or something like that? You do any pre-processing, some again for the cleaning, and then we're gonna train the particular model and test the particular model, and then finally select the model, right? So how to train, what is the percentage that you are expecting? 80% training, 20% for testing. So like that you will initially split it and then plan your model to work on it for further predictions or classifications. So how, whatever is your expectation, you can do it. But yeah, this is how the structure that you have to follow. And a lot of machine learning models also we are trying to cover here. So one such is called supervised model and unsupervised. Under this, you have a list of models like linear regression, logistic regression, decision trees, random forest, XGBoost, like that. So under this unsupervised also, we are going to teach you on k-means clustering, principal component analysis. These are some of the good topics that if you learn it, then it is easy for you to work on GenAI related concepts. Okay. Yeah. And sometimes, you have to evaluate your model. Is it correct or not? Whatever you have implemented, is it right or wrong? So for that, we will have some matrices like accuracy, precision, recall, FN score. These are some of the pointers that you have to look in. And in case if there is any problem with the model, you have a very less data, but you are trained a model and it is going to be underfit for the prediction. Maybe you are giving more data and trying to ask some question. Again, it is not good. So overfitting and underfitting and some biases also we're going to teach you while implementing the models. And evaluation techniques, we have it kind of brain test led cross validation, ROC curves. So this will help you to evaluate all the models in a right way. Okay, so this is also we are going to learn during the session. And module 6 is something focusing on the hands-on part, LLM, right? So with the LLM, how we have to bring an API key ready, how to integrate it, and how to set up the virtual environment and start working on the LLM with the basic knowledge. So with the public data, because LLM always focuses on the public data. So with that, whatever questions that you ask, you will be able to do it. And then we have something called RAG. That's again important concept. As I told earlier, in this place, you are going to build a RAG application, right? So with the help of a LangChain or maybe with the help of Llama Index, but at least one framework that you have to use it to implement your RAG. And while implementing, you have to understand metadatabase and production RAG architecture. So these things you will be learning it. Once you're done with all that, then we will take you to a MCP tools implementation. This is again one important thing, as I pointed earlier. If you want to create agents, then sometimes streamline will not be there. So I might do something. Anna can implement different agent, but if you want to bring everything to a standardization, then this is the MCP tool implementation that you have to bring it. So which has certain steps to be followed, how to use it, and how to connect from human in loop. So those information also we will be learning in this place, followed by some AI tools and some frameworks like Hugging Face and local using Olama. So those information also we are going to cover as part of this module 6. So far, I believe no questions. If you have any questions, I will wait for a minute. Any questions? Are you guys good?
For me, no.
Yeah, because since it is I think already I mean I explained so much, but since it is more of a repetitive, I'm just going a little bit the fast. In case if you want me to slow down also, I'm ready to slow down. Okay, is the pace okay?
Yeah, it's fine. You need to slow down. It's fine.
Okay. Right now in the module 7, you will be mainly understanding the agents framework, right? In this agents framework, a lot of frameworks available in the market. Among that, some of the good frameworks that you have to learn. So one framework like LangChain framework, one LangGraph, which is mainly to build our agents, right? So that also you will have to learn. And one more thing from the LangChain is Langsmith Studio, which is mainly act like a observability platform. So once you're done and deployed your application, then is it working fine or not? So those things that you can monitor in a smooth way with the help of Langsmith Studio. So these three things that we will try to teach you in this particular module 7. Um, so that you will be learning so how to integrate it and things like that, we'll call you that. And this module 8 mainly focus on building brand new LangGraph agent. So you can see that. So how we are going to pass the input, how are you going to retrieve that, and how you are naming the agent based on your requirement, and if there is any decision to be taken, how it is internally taken, so how the output is getting, and in case if there is any wrong responses that we are getting, so how it can go back and just respond back in a right way. So all this step-by-step approach, decision, state management, and tool integration, all these things we are going to teach you. And not only this, along with that, you will be learning testing and validation. So how to load the test, how to go with the edge cases and governance and analytics. Because sometimes, people may unknowingly provide some information to a GPT, which is not good. So we cannot give employees salaries, things to a employee. I mean, to Chat GPT, which is not good. Some personal information also we are not supposed to give. So how to avoid those things? So we have to educate in a very proper way so that they will be able to do it, and followed by which, so now so far you have learned how to, I mean, what is the theory and how to build them with the hands-on. Now from module 9 onwards, you will be focusing on a CI/CD pipeline. So what is that? Again, here we are focusing on Azure, Microsoft, right? Azure is always the Microsoft, the partner, so we always go with the Azure pipeline. In case if, in that, how to build it. So because you already have a model ready, so how to bring it in a Azure workspace, so how to manage, how to store the data, how to train a jobs, how to compute, see if there is any clusters to be set up. So those information that we want to understand. And yeah, predominantly you have to understand other concepts like ETL. It's an extract, transform, load kind of options that you will have it. So how can you better do an extraction, that's a data extraction, how to transform it in a better way, how to load the data. So ETL, extract, transform, load. So this entire process also we are going to learn in this Azure pipeline, and followed by which the control versions like Git functions. So you know that Git functions is more predominantly because all the code from local machine to GitHub repository that you have to share. Sometimes you have to protect your branching by without using, I mean, without going for any misuse. And sometimes we have to understand, okay, from GitHub DevOps, how we can do it. So how to build, test, deploy. So how to raise PR. So those things we will try to understand. So first you're going to code, you are going to build it, you get some manifest ID, and you're going to test that particular one, and finally you're going to deploy it. So this steps also you will be learning, and from this model 9. So once you're done, yeah, finally it's very important. So when to use what as a AI security, because this is what is lagging in most of the IT companies, because they blindly giving the data, and sometimes they end up getting these type of problems like security, ethics, and compliance. So we are going to teach you about what best practices that you have to inculcate when you are working, right? So yeah, I think that's about the security part. So with this, I'm going to close my presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me.
To her.
Great.
All right, thank you
Okay.
so much, Anna, and everyone, for joining
Thank
us.
you everyone. Then
Thank you,
thank you.
everyone.